Welcome to the show. On this week's episode, we continue the PantheaCon interviews, and I asked our guests about the conference itself. Held annually in San Jose, California, PantheaCon is 3.5 days of classes, rituals, parties, and community. Many of our guests are presenters or ritual leaders there, and I asked them what they feel is their contribution to the collective magic that is PantheaCon. So fill your drinking horn, sit back, and enjoy this week's episode of The Forbidden Frequency.
My Hungarian effervescence. to share what I have learned, to share my knowledge, to pass on what I have. That's what I hope to bring.
East Coast perspective. I actually enjoy going to a lot of events because there are regional differences in where people are investing their time, energy, and focus. And I guess one of the things I bring besides East Coast perspective is I go to a lot of places, and I try to remind people of, well, when I was here, this is what they were talking about that mattered to them, or what the issues of the moment were, or their approach, and more web weeding.
Besides a bubbly personality, my Venus. What do I bring to PantheaCon? I think an openness, perhaps a bit of a wide-eyed, frankly speaking, Canadian wonder. That it is the first time I came to PantheaCon, which was 3 years ago. I really was very wide-eyed. It was phenomenal to me what I was seeing in the pagan community in America, which is very different than what I see in the pagan community in Canada. And it just really sort of blasted open my sense of what different groups dialoguing and learning from each other could be.
I would say listening. I've been listening a lot to a lot of people and just trying to get outside of my own box and listen to people and see what their stories are, because that's really the best part about this, is because everybody here has a story and they all want to tell you something, and just listen.
I guess just whatever I've got, my time, talent, and resources.
Well, certainly a lot of swords and statues and drinking horns and a very big altar that I'm sure is going to scare whatever maid has gone into my hotel room to clean. Hopefully some new ideas, my perspective on working with dark deity and working with beings like the Morrigan. That it's a very important, vital part of our practice to look at the gods that scare us.
As an organization, we bring ourselves, we bring our hospitality. It's a way to promote our organization and to try to promote our inclusiveness and explain who we are, and mostly bring people in for good conversation as well.
Oh, a passion for my community.
I bring a ritual every year to PantheaCon. I'm one of the ritual leads for Black Rose, and before that, working with Living Temple of Diana. We always do a really big goddess-centered ritual every single year, and we were blessed this year to be working with Hecate Triodia.
I bring to PantheaCon my love of place and my love of culture, and a culture that I see expressed here, 5,102 miles from home. People here are embracing my culture and the gods that my people have guarded and safeguarded for the last few hundreds of years. And now they're here, and I hope that what I bring here is the joy of that connection and the joy of the relationship that I have with my spirituality and my paganism, my druidry at home. And hopefully that kind of rubs off and that people can perceive that joy. And if they can, maybe they'll be inspired by it. My only hope is that I inspire. If that's only a handful of people, then I would consider I've done my job and served my gods well.
About 30 years of service in the community, and a desire to share with everybody, a desire to learn. My opinion is that we should never stop learning. And I'm here to learn actually from one of my own initiates as he's teaching here.
What I hope to bring is my experience using divination tools.
The SOA, Sisterhood of Avalon, is pretty well known for our very tasty snacks, our abundant hospitality. So this is our 6th year having a hospitality room, and we like to be a refuge, a cup of tea, a warm bed, to sit, some cozy conversation, and some time to renew themselves at our hearth fire. So I think our organization really embraces the Celtic model of hospitality. So we love doing that.
Hospitality, I hope. I host the Pagan Scholars Den. One of the things that's important to know about that is you don't have to be a pointy-headed PhD to come in and have a conversation. We all have things to share. We all have knowledge that's important, and this is where these connections happen. It's a place where we can sit and listen, or it's a place we can enter into discussion. So I really kind of foster that discussion and people talking together and making connections through people.
I think for me, I bring a syncretic view of witchcraft. For me, I'm about looking at all the different parts that I might have had in an eclectic practice and trying to bring them together into a cohesive whole, at least in my practice and my community, and share that with people, and also inspire people if the mix that I brought together isn't necessarily their cup of tea, to realize, well, if one guy's doing this and kind of going deeper and really bringing things together and syncretizing them in different ways, then I can do that in my community as well. So hopefully if people, even if they never do the meditations and teachings I teach them, if it inspires them to go deeper in a different direction, then I feel like I've done my job.
This year I bring parties to PantheaCon. I've done a lot of different presentations in the past, mostly on the fairy tradition of witchcraft. This year we are doing the sacrament of Hecate Triodia, which will be hopefully a transformational rite to assist people in letting certain things go, or maybe opening other doors, to other opportunities. But for the main thing, we're here to offer hospitality for the Black Rose Suite, and to just offer some nice party experiences. It's all about community building this year for us.
Something that many of our guests did not mention is that they also bring their books to PantheaCon. During the episode, I'm sure many have noticed pictures of their latest works up on the screen. If you'd like more information, you can find links to these works down below in the description section. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share on Facebook or other social media. And lastly, use the comment section below to let us know, what do you bring to PantheaCon or to your favorite pagan gathering? Thanks for watching. Elevate and resonate.